traditionally, we tend to do really well at the Commonwealth Games. I think in New Delhi, in India, 2010, if I recall correctly, I think Nigeria won 11 gold medals. I'm thinking that's our best performance, but I will I'll check. However, in this competition, it's a surprising statistic that no Nigerian man has ever won the 100 meters gold medal. We've won for the women, of course, several times. Blessing Okobare has won, and Mary Oyale has won. In the past, we have won that. But for the men, we have never won the gold medal in the men's 100 meters. And this year, we've got a trio of male athletes that we hope one of them could go on to do it. We've got Favor Ash, Alaba Akintola, and Raymond Ekewo. Both the three of them are hoping to become the first Nigerian to break that record. And when you consider that we've had some fantastic runners, including the guy who used to hold the African record, Olusoji Fasuba, he ran 9.85 to break the African record, but that record has been broken twice since then. Akani Simbine of South Africa broke it, and the current African record holder is Ferdinand Omanyala of Kenya. So for Davidson Ezenwa, one half of the Ezenwa twins, he clocked 10.05 seconds in 1990. That was the Auckland Commonwealth Games. Uchenna Emedelu clocked 10.11 seconds in 2002, and Olusoji Fasuba finished with 10.11 seconds in 2006. All this won for Nigeria the silver medals. So we now have Ash, Akintola, and Ekewo. They are hoping to break that jinx of winning a gold medal for Nigeria at the Commonwealth Games 100 meters event.
Well, I don't think Nigeria is looking that direction, but like I said, with the recent they can draw from within and just make it happen. We'll be proud. Everybody would especially when they are setting a precedence. When they are winning, we become unprecedented. So I'm sure they will try. People like to break genes or probably set a standard or surpass what the subsequent previous persons have done. So hopefully they will be able to. I think this will be a very wonderful way to even start, because if other countries like Jamaica and Great Britain, they don't come with the top athletes, I think it gives room for the up and coming ones to be able to show themselves at such heights of competitive engagement. So we are hoping that these athletes that will be representing the country will do the country proud and they'll be able to even make or set record for themselves.
All right, so Nigeria getting set for the Commonwealth Games, and we are hoping to win the gold medal in the men's 100 meters. Nigeria surprisingly has never won that medal. We've won, of course, the gold medal at the All African Games, now the African Games. We have not won an individual medal in the 100 meters at the Olympics, but we have been to the final a couple of times, and we have also been to the final at the Commonwealth Games, but the best has been a silver medal. So we hope that this time we will go one further and win the gold. For the women, we expect that we will do well. Whether we win the gold is another thing, but I think we've got a very strong squad of runners. But I think I am particularly more expectant in the relays, the 4x100 meters women's relays. I think we have a very good chance, especially if the Jamaicans do not come with their strongest squad. The British are not going to be at their strongest because Asha Smith, their best runner, is not going to be there due to injury. And we know that Nigeria finished fourth at the World Athletics Championship. There are some countries, including the country that won the gold medal, the United States, which will not be there. So we've got to now compete with Jamaica, and I don't think that actually Fraser Price is there. I don't know if Ellen Thompson-Herah will be there. She has not been doing very well recently. Whether Sharika Jackson will also be there, we've got to look at distance. These ladies finished first, second, and third at the World Athletics Championship in the relays, and then they finished first and second in the 200 meters. In the 100 meters, they finished first, second, and third. In the 200 meters, they finished first and second. And in the relays, they got the silver medal. So if they are there, all of them, well, we've got to just give that up and just say, okay, let us see if we can get the silver or the bronze medal. But if they are not there, then Nigeria should be aiming for the gold.
Yes, I think with the names that were mentioned that have won silver medal for the country, I think, and with these present athletes, I think I personally would just be contented if they come with, I won't say any coloration of color of medals, but silver medal, if they don't even come with the gold, I think I will still applaud it, because these stars, these athletes that are representing us now, especially in the main category, they have not really shown, they have not really made their mark. They have not really established themselves, unlike those, and I'm sure it was not at that Commonwealth game that those ones they made their mark. So if they go there and get to the final and put up a good show, perhaps if they don't win the gold, but they end up at the podium, I think I will still feel that they have done themselves a good, and they also made the country, at least that will be a starting point, at least for other future international outing for them. And for our ladies, of course, we know in recent time they have always been there for us to really fly the flag of the country in a very proud way. So we hope they continue and they don't renege. And for the relays, we have always done well. Hope they'll continue, consolidate where they finished at the international athletic meet. So hopefully they broke the African record. Hope they can establish themselves.
Okay. Nigeria's best performance at the Commonwealth Games happened in 1994 in Victoria, Canada. We got 11 gold, 13 silver, and 13 bronze medals. So that was our best performance, and we finished fourth in that competition. We could have even done better at the New Delhi 2010 Commonwealth Games. We won on the final day 11 gold, 8 silver, and 14 bronze medals. It should have been 12 gold medals. That's why I was thinking, that was our best performance. But unfortunately, one of our weightlifters, Amalaha, she tested positive after winning the gold and even setting, I believe, a Commonwealth Games record during her lift. And she was, I remember celebrating her then, because she was like 19 years old at that point. But later, we discovered that she tested positive. And I was like, no, this girl is too young to have deliberately doped. So maybe those around her, the coaches, the doctors, physiotherapists, everybody should have protected her more. And sometimes, unfortunately, because of the athletes are not aware, sometimes you could be doping without even knowing. You are sick, you just go give me an over-the-counter drug and you take it. That drug could contain bad substances. And when you are tested at the Commonwealth Games this year in Birmingham, it begins tonight. So good luck to Team Nigeria. Let's go on this break. We'll be right back.
Look, there's no easier way to say this. Slow internet is bad for business. So, if you want what's best, get the Airtel Smartbox Outdoor Unit for SMEs.
Indeed. Do business at internet speed of up to 200 megabytes per second with the Airtel Smartbox Outdoor Unit for SME and enjoy instant access to other amazing offers. Dial 1010 toll-free or send an email to airtelbusiness@ng.airtel.com to get started.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Next.
Another day of what feels like 72 hours of standing in the same queue. But you know the golden rule. You don't let anyone pass you. Because before you know it, the whole city would have created a new highway. Or even worse, a new province right in front of you. Which would make you the new minister of emerging queues.
Snap out of it, Dave, and grab a refreshing Sprite instead. Because when heat happens, you need to stay cool.
Honey, must you go?
Babe, you know I must. Besides, you can always video call me.
Yeah, what if your battery runs out?
I've got my power bank.
Hey, and when your power bank runs out?
Babe, I've got my laptop.
Okay, wait. What if your data runs out?
Babe, you know we never run out of data.
Never run out of data with Airtel Home Broadband Unlimited Ultra plans. Enjoy unlimited data with no speed cap plus extra data daily, so you never have to worry about running out. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back to Sports Fiesta, live on 90.7 KFM, Benin City, with me, Sally Ibrahim, the Sports Ibrakadabra, and Adewale Akindano. All right, let's talk Formula One. Well, this guy has been Formula One champions 4 times. In fact, there are just 3 drivers that are better than him when you look at the number of titles won. He won 4 races, and at one point was the biggest rival of Lewis Hamilton when he was at Red Bull. And then there was this who will get to be the first to get to 5 titles, because at one point they were both on 4 titles. But now, last couple of years has not gone particularly well for him. He left Red Bull, and now he says that he's going to be retiring at the end of the season. He's 35 years old, and his name is Sebastian Vettel. So earlier this morning, he released a statement. Let's just listen to what he had to say, then we'll come back to analyze it.
I hereby announce my retirement from Formula One by the end of the 2022 season. Probably I should start with a long list of people to thank now, but I feel it is more important to explain the reasons behind my decision. I love this sport. It has been central to my life since I can remember. But as much as there's life on track, there's my life off track too. Being a racing driver has never been my sole identity. I very much believe in identity by who we are and how we treat others, rather than what we do. Who am I? I'm Sebastian, father of 3 children and husband to a wonderful woman. I am curious and easily fascinated by passionate or skilled people. I am obsessed with perfection. I am tolerant and feel we all have the same rights to live, no matter what we look like, where we come from, and who we love. I love being outside and love nature and its wonders. I'm stubborn and impatient. I can be really annoying. I like to make people laugh. I like chocolate and the smell of fresh bread. My favorite color is blue. I believe in change and progress, and that every little bit makes a difference. I am an optimist, and I believe people are good. Next to racing, I have grown a family, and I love being around them. I have grown other interests outside Formula One. My passion for racing and Formula One comes with lots of time spent away from them and takes a lot of energy. Committing to my passion the way I did, and the way I think it is right, does no longer go side by side with my wish to be a great father and husband. The energy it takes to become one with the car and the team, to chase perfection, takes focus and commitment. My goals have shifted from winning races and fighting for championships, to seeing my children grow, passing on my values, helping them up when they fall, listening to them when they need me, not having to say goodbye, and most importantly, being able to learn from them and let them inspire me. Children are our future. Further, I feel there's so much to explore and learn about life and about myself. Speaking of the future, I feel we live in very decisive times, and how we all shape these next years will determine our lives. My passion comes with certain aspects that I've learned to dislike. They might be solved in the future, but the will is much, much stronger and has to be leading to action today. Talk is not enough, and we cannot afford to wait. There is no alternative. The race is underway. My best race, still to come. I believe in moving forwards and moving on. Time is a one-way street, and I want to go with the times. Looking back is only going to slow you down. I look forward to race down unknown tracks, and I will be finding new challenges. The marks I left on track will stay until time and rain will wash them away. New ones will be put down. Tomorrow belongs to those shaping today. The next corner is in good hands, as the new generation has already turned in. I believe there is still a race to win. Farewell, and thanks for letting me share the track with you. I loved every bit of it.
All right, so that was Sebastian Vettel announcing his retirement, and he is not leaving just yet. He is going to race until the end of the season, and by the time he does that, he will have raced at least 300 times. Right now, it's only talking about the active drivers. It's only Lewis Hamilton who has that number of races, and Sebastian Vettel is going to be leaving as one of the most successful racers of all time. So he is among the GOATs. Only Lewis Hamilton, who has won 7 titles, Michael Schumacher, who has also 7, and Juan Manuel Fangio, who has 5, have won more titles than Sebastian Vettel, who, of course, has 4. There are a couple of other guys together with him on 4. We're talking about those who are above him. Just Fangio, Lewis Hamilton, and Michael Schumacher. And only Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton have won more than the 53 races that Sebastian Vettel has won. He was Formula 1 champion consecutively 4 times, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. So he had that great rivalry with Lewis Hamilton. At one point, he was the best driver in the world from 2010 to 2013. But after that, Hamilton just took over, and Hamilton has dominated. But we know right now we've got a young man, Max Verstappen of Red Bull, which of course used to be the company of Sebastian Vettel, who has won 1 race, 1 championship, and he's gone in for a second. I don't think anybody can stop him this season. So it's like very soon, Max Verstappen is going to have 2 championships, but he still has a long way to go to even reach the mark set by Sebastian Vettel before he even thinks about Fangio and then start chasing Lewis Hamilton. And Hamilton is not retiring just yet. Maybe he wants to win 1 or 2 more titles. And we know that it's because Mercedes, last season, it was to many, Lewis Hamilton actually won the championship last season, but we know what happened the final race of this season. And this season, it's been horrible for Mercedes, not particularly about Lewis Hamilton making mistakes or not being able to drive it. The problem has been with their car, but things are beginning to look up for them. So if Lewis Hamilton stays 1 more year, maybe he could, because there were even doubts that he was even going to race at all this year, following what happened at the end of last season.
I think it's a 1 year. The gentleman, he has had a very wonderful career. I think for somebody to have won 4 titles in a career that demands, a profession that demands your total focus, total your entire being must be committed to that cause while you are you are raising. I think it's worthy of commendation, and I think such men, according to what he reeled out, I think is very lucky to have been exposed as 35, to have been exposed to that series of life of issues of life. I think he has a very comprehensive knowledge of life in his own in his own right, and like he said, he's an impatient person because he has other interest in other areas of endeavors that he would like to pursue. I think he also has a vocation in campaign and social environmental issues. I think these are the kind of people, they are always very restless. They are kind of people whom what is going on in society really concerns them, and they would always want to make their own impact. I think they find more out of life. They just want to contribute. They just want to make impact. They want to be felt. They want to reach out to people, just as they also want to reach out to their immediate family. I think he has had a very good career to me, and I think congratulations to him, at least for all he has done, for all he has achieved, and for what he's still going to achieve, because he's not stopping yet. Like he said tomorrow belongs to those who is shaping today, and I'm sure he still has a lot to contribute to humanity.
Okay, let's go to Russia now. Basically, we're talking about the United States of America. We understand that the U.S., they have made a substantial offer to bring 2 American detainees home from Russia. That's what their top diplomat, the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, has said. He said he is going to raise the issue with his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov, next time he has a discussion with him. That's next week. But a spokesperson for the Kremlin, Dmitry Peskov, he said that talks were ongoing, but he says no agreement has been reached. And the guys that they are trying to bring home are the basketballer Brittany Griner for drugs. They said they arrested her over drug-related charges, and she has even admitted to some of them, but she insisted that she did nothing wrong, or she didn't know that she was doing anything wrong. And then there is another American who was accused of espionage. I think it was in 2020 that happened. So they are trying to swap them with Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, who was arrested by the United States of America. So the United States are holding Bout, and they hope that they can get them to swap with 2 of their athletes, two of their citizens, including an athlete who is a basketball star. Some are calling her the greatest of all time, just the way you look at Michael Jordan as one of the greatest basketballers of the time. That's how Griner is for the women's NBA. So the other is an American, Paul Whelan, who was convicted of espionage in 2020. However, despite Secretary Blinken's claim that he will speak with Lavrov, a Russian foreign ministry spokesperson, he said that they were not aware of any scheduled call, and Blinken and Lavrov, they have not spoken since the war in Ukraine began. Since Russia invaded Ukraine, they have not spoken. That is the Foreign Secretary of Russia and the Foreign Secretary of the United States of America. So what the U.S. is trying to do now is to get Russia to release Whelan and Griner, and then in exchange they are going to release this convicted arms trafficker Bout. So that's what they are hoping to do to get back their citizens. So Griner, who's 31 years old, she has been in custody since February after Moscow airport officials found cannabis oil in her luggage while she was returning to the United States after playing in Russia. At her drug possession trial on Wednesday, she said that officials had made her sign documents, but no one explained any of what was going on to her. And she also said that she had received neither an explanation of her rights nor access to a lawyer in the initial hours of her detention, and that she had to use a translator app on her phone to communicate. The two-time Olympic gold medalist, she pleaded guilty to the drug charges against her, but she denied deliberately breaking the law, saying that she had packed her bags in a rush. This is what she said. I'm quoting her. I still don't understand to this day how the vape cartridges ended up in my bag. With them being accidentally in my bags, I take responsibility, but I did not intend to smuggle or plan to smuggle anything into Russia. So this is what she said. So with that, detention extended through December. Her slow-moving trial will continue in August. Then Whelan, who is a former U.S. Marine, was arrested in Moscow in December 2018. He's serving a 16-year prison term. So Russia, well, I am guessing that that's why they have been so non-committal with this. Maybe they want to choose the United States to release some of their own citizens that they have in their possession, because they know that Greener is a superstar.
Superstar.
Yes, and you said the problem is that in the WNBA, that's the women's NBA, they don't pay them much. You will not see an American basketball star going to Russia or anywhere in Europe to play because of the kind of money they receive in the NBA. But for the women, they say what they get, the pay is not enough, and that's why they have to, in the off-season, they go to play in Europe. Russia is one country that they go to because they earn good money in Russia. So she plays in the WNBA, but she also plays in Russia. So there have been that criticism that if you were paying these girls well, there would not have been any need for a Greener to go to Russia to play. And unfortunately for her, when she was about to leave, she got caught up in this whole thing because tensions between the United States and Russia were very high over the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
I think now they see it as, and that's become an issue, and I'm sure they will find a way to address it, so that this might even be the ambiguity of a better time for the female basketball players in the U.S., because one thing will definitely lead to the other, and this has happened. And even when hunters goes to the forest, they don't go after the small games; they go for the big ones. That will really establish. They really want to establish themselves as a reputable hunter. So also, we are speculating, but I think it's not far. It won't be far from what we are sensing that would have prompted the Russian government to hold on to this athlete as a way to really get at the United States of America.
Okay, guys, that's what we have for you breaking right now. So you can call us to contribute on the show, 070-626-39275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also call 081-2178-9154 or send us a text message 080-7400-9076. The numbers again are 070-6263-9275 or 090-3939-4427. You can also reach us on 081-2178-9154. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Victory, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. You are welcome. Nice to have you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, you're flying to Genius, what is which he dropped earlier. Although I wasn't expecting him to retire now. That's at least 1 or 2 more series. But he has his reasons, and I wish him all the best going forward. He has played the legend of the game. So he should just succeed. That's my prayer for him. And for the Commonwealth Games that's coming up shortly, I wish the Nigeria the best of luck, whether the Paralympians or the other set. They are all able to give us medals. So no limitations to what they can do. So I wish them all the best of luck. We should do everything possible to put Nigeria again on a positive map. more medals from them. And the other I said in the morning. I mean, nothing else than 10 medals based on the caliber of players we have now, athletes rather, we have now. I'm making them up the best of luck. Mr. Ibrahim, talking about this hurdle, is that side that when they are running, they start jumping some things down their way?
Yes. Those are the hurdles. We have the 100 meters hurdles for the women and 110 meters hurdles for the men. Then we have the 400 meters hurdles for both the men and the women. So in each of them, you run a bit and then you jump over a hurdle.
Yeah, if I remember watching such years back, I didn't know where it was.
Oh, you used to be sighted?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I sat at HS2 at the family member. I used to go to school. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I thought you were born this way.
No, just happened for the 7. Yeah, finally, sir. I remember I said the competition.
Commonwealth Games?
Yeah.
The closest we came was in 2014. It was Abuja 2014. We tried to host it. Even we got, at one point, the chairman of our bid committee was the great Danladi Baku, someone that inspired many of us in broadcasting. And then later we brought on former head of state, Yakubu Gowon, to be the chairman of our bid committee. But unfortunately, we failed to host it. I think the bid was won by Glasgow in Scotland. They now won it ahead of Abuja. So it was supposed to be Abuja 2014. You know, it's cities that host. Okay, so we will have Lagos trying to host.